Hi guys, and welcome to Carstory, and Carstory is where we give you the real car stories. Now, we have two cars with us today that we want to look at, and both of these cars are made in America. This is Ford Fuga 2015 model, and this one is Chevrolet Captiva 2015 model also. Now, this one I have done a full review for it, but we are comparing these two cars. These two are compact crossover SUVs, and they have several similar functions. And at the same time, the reason why I brought them too, it is because they are very good cars, but they are not popular in Kenya. If you look at Ford is known mostly with double cabins and pickups in Kenya. For the Chevrolet, there are some years back that it was almost peaking, but I don't know what went wrong that it did not peak. And so Chevrolet, the company Chevrolet, any car, they have sedans, they have SUVs, they have mini SUVs. They have all the kinds of cars, but they are not popular in Kenya. Now, looking at this car, the front part of the two cars, how they appear, they are appealingly looking good. But for me, I would go for this, the Chevrolet Captiva. It looks more massive, it looks bigger, and it looks more serious. Yeah, if I can use that word, it looks more serious. And also the beauty, if you look at how the beauty of the beauty part of the car, looks really beautiful as compared to the Ford Fuga. Now, when it comes to fuel consumption, this is 1.497 cc, and this is 1.57 cc. So the difference is very little, but of course that will increase also on the fuel consumption on the Captiva more than the Fuga. Now, when it comes to the interior, I love the interior of the Ford Fuga more than the Captiva. The Chevrolet Captiva, the inside looks a bit serious. Yeah, you know, it looks a bit serious. When you get in, you just want to be serious. And now you see these two cars, both of them are American made. So you see, even with issues to do with time, the way the Americans are serious with everything. So I think the ones who made the Captiva were a bit serious, we were more serious. So they made the interior look more serious. So for this particular one, it has a sunroof. Now, I have never seen a Fuga with a sunroof, unless maybe the Fuga owners, you can tell me if there is any of them that has a sunroof, but I have not, so far I have not come across any of them that has a sunroof. Now, the wheelbase of the two cars is different, and that's why I'm saying this one, I love this one more. It looks bigger, it looks more massive. So the Captiva has a wider wheelbase than the Fuga, and also the Captiva has the side steps, but the Fuga does not have the side step. So that's why I'm saying if we were to choose on the exterior, I would definitely go for the Captiva. Now, we are going to look closely on the differences, the differences between the two cars, so that a buyer, you can be able to make your decision on which of these are you comfortable with. But the main reason why I chose the two, it is because I noticed their popularity in Kenya is not, they are not popular in Kenya. And I have driven both of the cars, and I know they are nice cars. Now, one of the things that the Americans have done is creating big cars and making sure they have very low or small engines. That is to say that, like, for example, do not expect this car to be 1.5, yeah, liter. I mean, you don't expect. And for this one, actually, I forgot to say, this is a diesel engine, and this is a petrol engine. So looking at these two engines, you see both of them are, as we want to refer them, mini SUVs. And as a mini SUVs, if you look at mini SUVs from Japan, most of them are from 1.8 going to up to actually even 2.9, yeah. And so I'd say that it's a really nice thing, because we have a big car that fuel consumption also is a bit low. The Captiva comes with 1.5 turbo engine and comes with 144 horsepower, and it is a 7-seater, where the Cougar comes with 1.5 EcoBoost and 120 horsepower. Of course, the Captiva is more powerful, and that is at for the Captiva is at 5,200 RPM, and it can go up to a higher torque of 249 Newton meter to 1,600 RPM. Now, this shows you that the guy that made this car was so much interested on also the performance of the car. And when you drive this car, you feel it's a bit, it's strong, yani it's huge, it's massive, yeah, because the RPM and the torque consolidated on this car tells you that this is a car that can really move. Now, the one who made the Captiva was concentrating much on the power that this car would produce, yeah, and also it is a very good family car, bearing in mind it is a 7-seater. It handles very well. It's a very efficient car, and this car is also it is good. It is not as on comparing the off-road handling of this car and the German cars, it is better. But of course, we know one of the best cars when it comes to handling the off-road is a Prado, and also the Jeep Wrangler. The Cherokee is trying, but not as good as Wrangler. And now, I would want us to see what we have in the interior of this car, and also see what we have in the interior of this car, so that I leave you with a decision if you are at any point going to change your mind on owning one of these cars. So that's it for today, and these cars, you can find them at Urban Drive. Urban Drive is located on Kiambu Road. The first location is right at the bypass, and the other location is at the Evergreen. You can find these cars at Urban Drive at very affordable rates. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. and continue supporting us. Thank you.